what it is. What's the dinner now? It's your player partner, man, Bobby WAJ. Today, I want to spend some time, just going over some content made by my player partner. Y'all may know him as Mr. KC or Straight to the Point TV. I know him as, Brother Popeye. I want to do some content on his content. As I always say, I want to give some time for the algorithm to catch that I'm live and send out those notifications, or just let people know that what I mean, that is cracking over here. You know what I'm talking about, babe? We're gonna get into some of Popeye's content, man. I can't, they say always speak for the first person in the first person I, right? I had a pretty good time commentating on his content last night between the beef, the conflict that's brewing between him and OG BJ, Bunny Hunter BJ, from out the Niggas Are Going Housing Project, that mighty W. The mighty W. William Niggas Are Going Housing Projects. It's your favorite. Yeah, Bunny Hunter BJ. Y'all know Bunny Hunter BJ, man. Bunny Hunter BJ has most definitely been a force in his algorithm in these YouTube streets and whatnot. So, we're gonna get into this content, man. You know what I mean? Switch over here. Let me see. Let me do this right here. Like, we are going to definitely get into some content. Let's see if this finally going to work. It's not looking like it's going to give me any luck today. Let me try it again. Hold on. Oh, nope. Nah, they ain't fucking with me over there on Instagram, but it's cool. I got my amazing loved ones here in these YouTube streets, and I got my amazing loved ones over there in them Facebook streets. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm just putting it out there. But well, without further ado, man, we're gonna get into this content of Popeye. This is a continuation from yesterday, from last night. Popeye and OG Bunny on the BJ beef. Let's get into it, man. I told y'all what the origin was. So now we're just gonna watch some of the content. I may provide a little commentary. I may chime in from here and there. You know what I mean? But let's get into the content. I pray everybody's doing well tonight. All right, Straight to the Point TV right here.
I did not want to put my hands on this old dude, man. This is before I start this content. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I find this very, very funny, man. BJ got on here. I guess some people was clowning him about the nipple ring that he had in his nipple that I had seen in the county jail, and they were making fun of him behind that. And because of that, and he said the fact that I got on there and said that he don't know how to do time, some people are making fun of him and hurt his feelings. So he got on here to give his version of the story of what he knew about me. And I'm going to give y'all clarity and do.
So Popeye, in my opinion, is alluding to Bunny Hunter BJ is like in the California Youth Authority, we call them a pressure case, a pump-up case, right? So Popeye is alluding to the Bunny Hunter BJ was confronted, or it was addressed or brought up to him by some of his followers about the video that Popeye made about him. So he's not taking umbrage with these other accusations that's been flying around, so on and so forth. So what I believe Popeye is saying is that he's taking umbrage at the fact that Popeye said or mentioned his nipple ring, and the fact that Popeye said that he does not know how to do time. I don't think that justifies or it warranted this type of response from Bunny Hunter BJ to come on here and doing all that and doing what it is that Bunny Hunter BJ do, and I got love for Bunny Hunter BJ. Jay Island, what is the deal? Cuz I love you, cuz, and I appreciate the continued support. Hit that like button coming into the room. Do your shit. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get into some funny ass content tonight, but I don't think that warranted that type of response from Bunny Hunter BJ, especially if your followers are pumping you up and saying, hey, man, you need to go and address this guy. You need to get at this guy. If you know that you know how to do time and you've been doing time since Popeye was a baby or before he even existed. I love you too, cuzzo. If you know how to do time, and if you know that you got your nipple ring for reasons beyond homosexuality, why do you feel so compelled to come on the internet and further create division in between you and Popeye? You as an older G, you as an older brother, you know what I mean? You should have had enough discernment, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Say, oh, I recognize what this is. This the flea flicker. That's if you think that's is what it is. You say that it is. But let's get back into the content, man. This shit is hilarious. Shout out to Popeye. Shout out to OG Bunny on the BJ.
And do reaction to his content, and then we gonna just move from there. But I'm gonna double down on what I said. BJ had a nipple ring in his nipple. It was a cross. It looked like the same one that he usually wears.
Wait, hold the wait. Pause. Hold the fuck up. Now y'all know what I'm about to ask. For those of you that have been in the Los Angeles County Jail, you know, homie, when we get searched out, stripped down, it's very inhumane and very humiliating the way that they do the strip searches, homie. For those of you that never been to the Los Angeles County Jail, what they do, homie, they put everybody in a small room, this confined space. This is Los Angeles County Jail. They get everybody in a room. They line you up against the room. They have everybody to take off their shoes, take off their clothing, turn around, face the wall. They have you to bend over at the waist. They have you to take your hands, reach back there, and pull apart your buttocks. While one officer goes around with a flashlight inspecting your butthole. It's very humiliating. It's very inhumane. And it's not the way that individuals should be treated. I understand that you want to try to control the traffic of contraband coming into your institution, but that's not the way to control that. Having 50 dudes, 30 dudes, 20 dudes, 25 dudes lined up in his room, all together, stripped down, asshole naked, turn around, open their buttholes, squat and cough. That's very inhumane. Not only that, when you're in the Los Angeles County Jail, you got to understand you got a lot of DTGs. DTGs was originally a term that was associated with dudes who were ran out of their hoods. Instead of them going to Palmdale, Lancaster, the Valley, Las Vegas, and all that, they elected to go downtown where it's not a lot of traffic from gang members. You know what I mean? Unless you're going down there to handle some business, get your paper. The black market in downtown Los Angeles is a very lucrative market. But I'm saying this to say this. DTGs was associated with those individuals who were chased out of their hood, and let me slow it down. DTGs were people who were in exile, who got exiled out of their hoods, and individuals who had substance dependency issues, who were bums and living on the streets. And not all DTGs was ran out of their hood. Some of them just had substance dependency issues. Salute, Frank Nitty. Some of them had substance dependency issues, and they didn't want to deal with the humiliation of pushing baskets around a hood that they were known for putting in work, or in some cases being ballers or being players. And now their hygiene and their physical appearance has minimized to the point to where people can't stand to be around them or can't stand the sight of them because they remember their former days and whatnot. It hurts a lot of people to see their people in those positions. So a lot of dudes say, man, you know what? A lot of women as well. I'm going to just go where the population is more like me. So I'm going to go downtown and I'm going to live in the streets and so on and so forth. And, try to find ways to exist in my addiction or wean myself off of the substance that I'm on that have me living in this addiction. So that's what a DTG is. So when you're coming through the Los Angeles County Jail, you may have a DTG that ain't took a bath and haven't cleansed himself in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and the stench is unbearable, right? The Los Angeles County sheriff deputies, they are aware of this. They smell it too because they spray the room and they have the trustees come and spray and so on and so forth, disinfected and all this. But they have this thing called nuts to butt. You may be in the back of a DTG whose smell is horrendous, and I'm not talking about them. Please don't take it as if I'm, trying to be funny. No, but the smell, the stench, homie, is bro, some people throw up because certain individuals smell so bad. You never known a human body, a live human body, can smell like it's decomposing or decaying, and this person is fully functional. So, make a long story short, they have you to straddle a bench, like you at the park, like the bench that the baseball players sit on. They have you to straddle the bench, cowboy style. And what they instruct you to do and demand you to do is to put your nuts on the butt of the person in front of you, and vice versa. And if you protest it, hold on, cuz, and all, fuck that, blood. They got something that they'll give you called flashlight treatment, to where they come in there and they start beating you over the head with the flashlight. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna comply, or are you gonna resist? Are you gonna protest and get your ass beat with these long ass flashlights? And they're notorious for giving motherfuckers flashlight treatment. It ain't no, oh no, I ain't. Oh no, come on, let's beat his ass and let's put him in one of these tanks to where nobody will find him until we're ready for him to be found. People disappear in the Los Angeles County Jail. You get in there playing with them sheriff deputies, you rub them the wrong way, man, they will beat your ass, and they will put you in a secluded part of the county jail, and you will be down there for weeks. People have died in these crevices and these untraveled or at least whatever's the word, these remote places in the county jail. I had a partner that I was in the California Youth Authority with named KJ. Rest in peace to KJ. KJ name was John Horton. They got KJ in the county jail, man, and they beat KJ to death. After they beat KJ to death, they put him in those remote locations to where there's no traffic, there's no trustees down there, there's no sheriffs down there, there's no medical team down there, it's nobody down there at all, it's no traffic. And sometimes they cut off the lights on you. So you, somewhere secluded in a county jail, and it's pitch black, and all you hear is the scratching of the claws of the mice and the rats going to and from. Some days they put you down there, don't feed you 2 or 3 days. They will lose you down there, homie. The county jail is not a place that you want to be. Being incarcerated isn't the place that you want to be at all. But the county jail, those sheriff deputies will kill you, homie. They did it to KJ from Gray Street. They beat KJ so bad, homie, that he succumbed to his wounds. After they beat KJ, what they did, they went down there, they got him. They relocated his body, and they hung him to make it seem like KJ committed suicide. KJ didn't commit suicide. And my love and respect and my condolences goes out to his family, who's still fighting for justice for brother John Horton. KJ didn't kill himself. Those deputies killed him because KJ still kind of had that California Youth Authority bravado about him. Man, fuck the police, man. Fuck the correctional officers. KJ allegedly got into it with one of the COs, and they commenced to beat him, and KJ fought back, and they fought harder. They beat harder. They kicked, they punched, they did everything harder to beat him into compliance, but they beat KJ to death. But let's get back into the content. Oh, yeah. Back to what I was saying. Forgive me, man. I know I be deviating and digressing like the big homie Big Hub say. You gotta land, Heated. You gotta land. So let me land with what I was saying. When you go into the county jail, homie, they make you remove all jewelry, all piercings, all this and all that. So my question is, how the fuck did Bonnie Hunter BJ make it through intake? Not intake, but it's intake, processing. How the fuck did Bonnie Hunter BJ make it through processing with a titty? I mean, forgive me. I didn't mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. How did Bonnie Hunter BJ make it through processing with a nipple ring that's a cross inside of his chest? How? I don't understand that. If you got lip piercings, you got to take that out. You see a lot of dudes who have nipple rings or lip piercings, certain ear piercings, face piercings, and all that. What they do, they break off the teeth of the plastic combs that they give us, the county issue combs, and they put that into the hole to keep it open. Bunny out of BJ ain't the only OG that got his nipples pierced. He's not the only one. But for those OGs who go into the county and they make you take out all your piercings, they typically replace it with the plastic tooths on the combs that's issued by the county. So my question is, how the fuck did Bunny out of BJ get in there with a motherfucking nipple ring A cross nipple ring at that. How the fuck? Like, everything ain't meant for me to know. Let's get back into the content.
Difference between me and a lot of people is I'm speaking on something I was a witness to, and I'm not lying about it. I wasn't trying to be funny, but I'm gonna give y'all my reaction to his content and give y'all clarity on it. And I ain't gonna be biased. If it happened, it happened. If he say something that happened, I'm gonna admit to it. If it didn't, it's not. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing gonna happen to me behind me being straight up and real about the situation.
Shit.
So that's not gonna hurt me. I'm not going to jail about keeping real about this situation. Just a story. And I told y'all. All right, so we're going to get into this, but at the end of the day,
we're going to get into that.
BJ is just basically in his feelings. He's upset about some things that was said. He don't like to be beautified. I understand. He's an OG, living his life, going about his business. I wasn't picking on him. The people that's getting at him is picking on him. But I just told a story of my experience with him there because he's on YouTube, and I remember him there. I'm not going to make any lies about anybody, though. So we're gonna get into this content and y'all enjoy.
You gotta be careful. So now let me get to the cell. So now I rolled up the white boy. I don't got no celly for about a week, a week and a half. And I want to make sure I got this straight. I recall because I remember him telling me the story. They popped the gate. It's at nighttime. Ooh, gate opened up. Boom, I jump up immediately out my bed because I ain't even sleep. Jump up immediately. Boom, gate open up. There's a black coming in. Boom, the gate slam. Blam. It's the door seal. Boom, slam. You walk inside the door. Watch we fuck, homeboy. Everybody on the BJ. Get the nigga up among you. I can't recall. I know he had died moved, if I ain't mistaken. From the west side, Inglewood somewhere. And so.
Hold on, man. Bunny Hunter BJ's whole story is placing Popeye in a position of a victim. What's up? Bunny Hunter BJ, blood, where you from? I'm owning. When a person say I'm owning, that means that they're aggressively pressing you. What's up? Cut up that PJ Crip like. Yeah, Esau PJ Crip. That's being on a person. That's aggressively confronting them. I have never really been the type of dude to get into that type of shit. I'm gonna tell a dude, hey man, hold on, calm down, homie. I'm from PJs. Where you from? Where you say you from? I'm not with that aggressive banging and all that shit, especially if I'm not your enemy, because I have PTSD. That shit will rub me the wrong way. And now we're engaging in some type of fisticuff or disagreement because you want to bang on a motherfucker like you Superman, Batman, chasing a Riddler or the Joker or some shit like that. We ain't gonna do that. Hey, what's up, homie? Where you from, man? Hold on. Calm that down, homie. I'm Ye from PJ Watts. Where you from, Kim Folks? Or where you from, my dude? Because that aggressive back and forth and all that shit, I'm not with that. And it's just so, it's ironic because during this segment, I want to talk about if the Broadway Gangster Crips is East Side or West Side. It was a dude by the name of Myers. I forget what cuz name, what his hood name is, but cuz banged on me like that. This in Juvenile Hall. And the motherfucker had to let cuz know, like, man, calm that shit down, cuz. I'm from Eastside PJ Watch Crip, my nigga. You from Broadway, my nigga. Nigga, don't bang on me like that. We ain't enemies, my nigga. I'm from PJs, you from Broadways, my nigga. What's next? And we became cool, super cool. I say all that to say I have never been the type of dude that's with a motherfucker aggressively banging on me. You know what I mean? I got PTSD. I think you about to try to attack me, cuz. So now I go into defense mode, potentially. But I'm going to try to use my words to diffuse the situation. I'm going to let you know, homie, I'm not comfortable with that. Hold on, tone that down, homie. I'm from PJs, my nigga. We ain't enemies, my nigga. You from, all right, for sugar there, dog. I'm from PJ Watch Crib, Haiti. And that's it, that's all. I'm not the type of nigga to go back and forth. West Side Wooty Woo, PJ, what? Nah, listen, no, pause. Time out. We ain't about to do that, my nigga. Especially if we ain't enemies. And if we enemies, if you bang your set, I'm from Wooty Woo Woo Watch Crip, or I'm from Wooty Woo Compton Crip, and I say, all right, for Sugarдale, cuz I'm from PJ Watch Crip. Wooty Woo Woo. Like, no, my nigga, we ain't about to do that. Cause now you challenging the nigga, cuz. Once you stay where you from and I stay where I'm from, if it's a problem, let's get cracking, cuz. We're not about to do this back and forth. Like, nah, nigga, fuck all that, cuz. You from where you from, I'm from where I'm from. If it's something that we need to address and get cracking into, then let's just get cracking. Cause I almost went through some shit like that when I was in Wayside, Medium North. I think that's what they call it, cell living. The young dude from Gray Street bang on me. Eastside Gray Street Watts, Baby Low crib. Where you from? And I'm from Eastside PJ Watts, Baby Low. Hey, let's check this out, my nigga. Like, you tripping? If you tripping, like, you know what I mean? We can handle this shit like gentlemen and gangsters. Like, if you tripping, oh no, I ain't tripping, my nigga. It's what's with it with me. All right, for Sugarдale. But once you say you from Gray Street and I respond and say I'm from PJ's, that should be it, unless we're about to get into some gangster shit, because you can't stomach the fact that I'm from PJ's. Other than that, my nigga, you from Gray Street, I'm from PJ's, and that's just is what it is. We not about to do the back and forth. You ain't about to say Baby Loke and Woody Whoop, and I say PJ, and like, no, we ain't about to do that. That's that immature shit. That's that sucker shit. That's that I'm looking for a reason to hype myself up so I can, like, no, cuz. If that's what it is, cuz, that's what it is. And let's go back here to this blue wall and let's get cracking. And it was no problem. He had seen his homie on, what's cuz name from Gray Street, cuz? But cuz ain't bang gonna be hard or none of that. Like, you feel me? See the thing with these cats. Damn, I'm equivocal. I'm forgive me, cuz. Let's get back to the content, cuz I'm tripping. Like, but yeah, the way the Bonnie Hunter BJ is painting and constructing this whole narrative is as if from the jump he was pressing Popeye. Let's get back into the content. Forgive me, man. I be motherfucking deviating and digressing to some whole other shit. I gotta stay on topic.
I shook the young nigga hand. He put shit on top bunk. Boom. Day one. Cool. Second day. I'm filling him out. We talking this shit. I'm filling the young nigga out. But merely, he tell me
Literally.
Like the Lano situation.
Well, hold on.
But merely, second day, I'm filling him out. We talking this shit. I'm filling the young nigga out. But merely, second day.
The fuck he just say?
I'm filling him out. We talking this shit. I'm filling the young nigga out. But merely.
What the fuck? Hey, honey on the BJ, you can't continue to make up these motherfucking words. What the fuck is middly? Middly. I don't know what the fuck that mean. Do anybody know what middle is? Is he saying immediately or immediately? You know, we come from Watts, man, so we talk with a slight southern twang, a slight southern drawl. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't take immediately or immediately is what we say. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of immediately and make it immediately. Nah, fuck that. We ain't doing that, Bunny on the BJ. But let me let you get back to your content, man.
That's crazy. Like the Delano situation. He got into it at Delano with some homies or something. He got rolled up out of Delano. If I ain't mistaken, he got rolled up out of Delano, bro, because he got into it with the homies.
Okay. Now we're talking about prison and jail politics, right? I'm in the county jail as a Crip, right? God forbid, I ain't never going back to incarceration. Like, that ain't my thing. All praise be to the Most High God, man. I'm on the straight and narrow, man. I live a productive life. I am an outstanding citizen. I pay taxes and do all that shit. I filed W-2s. I was supposed to get $30-some thousand back. The IRS say, nope. Give me that. They robbed me. But just say in my days of being in jail, in these confined, in controlled environments, and a Crip come in and cuz say, you know, within the first few days of me getting to know this nigga, like, cuz tell me that the Crip homies rolled cuz up. Wait, hold on. The fuck you mean the homies rolled you up? Nigga, what you do? Like, the homies rolled you up, and off top, cuz, I'm about to make some calls, shoot some kites, and see what's up with this nigga, cuz, on PJ Crip. Because one thing that I noticed in these controlled environments, doing time, politics, and so on and so forth, a pair of lips to say anything. If a Crip come in my cell, whether he hub and dub, neighborhood, or whatever the case may be, because you in the cell with me, whatever you did somewhere else follows to other institutions. And if somebody run in this motherfucking cell on you and for you, I feel like my safety and security may be, at risk. So let me see your paperwork, my nigga. And you say niggas rolled you up, and what you in jail for, my nigga? And what they call you, and who your people, And a motherfucker, if you got phone access, homie, nigga, you need to call in and see what's up with this dude, because this dude may be carrying some baggage that could potentially get a motherfucker hurt. Because if this motherfucking transgress against the laws and the protocol and so on and so forth, and somebody come in there and poke him up, jig him up, being that you a witness and you in this motherfucker with him, they subject to poke your motherfucking ass up too. Or niggas may run in the cell to come and holler at cuz, but based on you in there with the nigga and you don't fully understand what's going on, you get up and you throwing them things and all this and all that, and motherfuckers start poking you up for a motherfucker that ain't no good. So that's a red flag for me for a dude that has been doing time before I was even born, to allow a dude to come in his cell and within the first week make the revelation that, yeah, I got rolled up. That's a red flag. Let's get back into the content.
To leave the lane up, they transferred. They transferred to another spot. Something happened there.
Oh, no. That's too many. That's too many. That's too much. So you got rolled up out this prison, and I'm not saying that Popeye got rolled up. That's not what I'm alluding to. What I'm talking about, why would Bonnie Hunter BJ, being the political strong personality, super damu that he is, why would he allow a person to come into his cell and within the first week give this jaw-dropping revelation that he got rolled up from this prison and he got rolled up from this prison? If you're really politicking like how you say you be politicking, homie, I don't see you allowing Popeye to come into your cell with this type of baggage. I don't see that. So now you lose credibility in your narration. Now you lose credibility in your account of what transpired in that cell. It's a red flag, homie. You being a super damu, crip opposer, standing on all 10s, no matter what institution you was at, so on and so forth, homie, you will let a person like that come into your cell and make these type of revelations that they got rolled up from this pen and rolled up from that pen, and nothing clicked in your mind. Like, man, hold on, what's bracking with blood? Hey, blood, let me see your paperwork. Who your people, blood? Let me get on his phone. Let me get on his horn and try to see if I can holler at your people. Because, nigga, you got rolled up out of 2 prisons, blood? Oh, no, blood, that ain't boo. That ain't bracking. You ain't about to be in a cell with me and you getting rolled up off yards, prisons, and modules, so on and so forth. Oh, no, blood, it don't brack like that. That's the way that I would expect Bonnie Hunter BJ to be a seasoned veteran to react to that type of situation. And being that he didn't, and he's a seasoned veteran, and he applauds himself on being a reputable damu, a reputable blood, and you didn't assess the situation the way that a veteran blood, a decorated damu do, it's a red flag for me. But let's get back into the content.
To the county jail for a case or some shit because he was already in the pen, bro.
All right, so let me tell y'all something. Everything he telling y'all is bullshit. Just straight up. I was in the building. Y'all go back and watch this tape. His name is Bonnie Hunter BJ. I really believe that Bonnie Hunter BJ, man, it just don't really remember vaguely the story. Y'all gotta remember, man, this man probably in his early 60s, late 50s. Let me see. He said he was 40s or mid 40s, about almost 15, almost 10, 15. So he should be in his late 50s, early 60s, man. All right, so check it out. I'm not knocking OG, man. I ain't with taking advantage of the senior citizens, man. I know OG,
out of pocket.
I think I really believe he mean well. His feelings is just hurt. I get it. He don't want to go down as some in his life. You know, he want to go down a legend. You know, with a good. And I didn't come in here to tarnish his legacy. However, I was in the day room when he threw the white boy mattress over the tier. All right, I was in the day room. He said when he threw the mattress over the tier, the white dude left the building, left the pod in Twin Tower that same day. All right, boom. He said that he was in the cell a week later, and then the door racked open, and I came into his cell as a new person in the pod. How did I come in that cell a week later as a new person in the pod if a week earlier I was in the day room when that happened? It's not adding up. Y'all got to pay attention. The day that he threw that white guy's bed over the tier, he looked at me in that same sequence and said, Damu, come in here with me, man. Be my celly, man. I don't want no weirdos in here no more. And I moved in there with him that same day. So this fabricated story that he's coming up with, that I moved in there a week later and introduced myself to him, was cap. I believe he has me confused with some other Damu that he probably got into it with, or a prior celly. Because this ain't never happened with me. I moved in there. Everything that I told y'all was 100% true. Everything I'm telling y'all now is 100% true. I'm not playing on his age or his memory, or maybe he forgot. BJ is a hard celly to live with. He's not a buster. He never did any gay shit. I didn't see him do nothing homosexual. No disrespect to people that are. Okay? I'm going to give y'all clarity again.
Okay, this is my question now, right? Bonnie Hunter BJ alluded to something about Popeye or somebody saying he was gay. Where the gay rumors come in at? Because the content that Popeye has been sharing, I have yet to hear him say that Bonnie Hunter BJ is gay, or that he's seen him engage in any questionable activities or any suspicious activities that can indicate the Bonnie Hunter BJ is gay. So Bonnie Hunter BJ, where did the little brother say that you gay at? Something ain't adding up. And I can't say this for Bonnie Hunter BJ, but one thing that I know, a lot of people, what they in boxing, they call it what? Telegraphing, right? When you pull a punch back, no, that's not a good analogy. Forgive me. Some people like to counter. In battle rap, a person to take their own flaws, highlight their flaws, so that the other person can't use their flaws against them. I don't know if that's this type of situation. I don't know if Bonnie Hunter BJ predicted or felt that Popeye was going to try to double back and say something about his sexuality, whether he's homosexual or heterosexual. I don't know. I'm not here to question the brother's sexuality. I'm just trying to, Anthony Covington said projecting. Could it be projecting, or could it be countering and taking that ammunition potentially away from Popeye? You can't say that I'm gay because I already highlighted and I already addressed it. So now if you did want to utilize that, you can't utilize that because I didn't already put it out. But where's the gay accusations? I have yet to hear Popeye say anything about the brother being gay in any of the content that he has uploaded. So Buddy Hunter BJ, where is gay shit coming from? I'm not understanding. I'm lost. I'm discombobulated because the brother ain't said nothing about being gay. He said something about you having a nipple ring, and in your content, you explain why you and the other OGs went to the California Youth Authority and got y'all nipples pierced. Because, and I'm gonna let him tell it, man. I did the same thing last night, but I'm gonna let him tell it. Let's get back into the content. This is some crazy shit. I want to know where the fuck the accusations and allegations of homosexuality came in that, because Popeye ain't said nothing about it being homosexual. Popeye sings the brother's praises. Popeye did throw a few little sliders and jabs out there by saying he's a senior citizen and he may be senile and his memory may not be this, and so on and so forth, and that he you know what I mean? Let's get back into the content. I don't understand where the gay accusations and allegations came in that. Like, where the fuck is that coming from?
He had a nipple earring. Nigga, I ain't never wrote it up from no Delano. I was in Wasco reception and Lancaster reception. I believe I may have did a layover at Delano one time, and I was there with Blind Man for PDL. But I've never got rolled up from no Delano. So let's knock that down. And I believe.
Pause. Popeye's my nigga. That's my partner. But I think he should have put more clarity into what he just said. He said, I never got rolled up from no Delano. I feel like the politically correct thing to say is I have never been rolled up at all, because you may not have been the way that he verbalized it, the way that he vocalized it is I have never been rolled up from Delano, but everything else is a mystery. It's a possibility. So I feel like in that, especially in these YouTube streets where people are notorious for taking the smallest thing and stretching it out of proportion. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like my player partner should have said, I have never been rolled up from any institution or any prison or facility at all. You know what I mean? Let me know if y'all got the same thing from this. Hold on.
Seen you in 012. Now that I think about it, because I went back to court for resentencing. Seen you in 012. Now that I think about it. So let's knock that down. And I believe I possibly did a layover at Delano one time, and I was there with Blind Man for PDL. But I've never got rolled up from no Delano. So let's knock that down. And I believe I possibly seen you in 012. Now that I think about it, because I went back to court for resentencing.
Okay.
So I'm brainstorming myself, but not one time did I roll it up from no Delano. Then no homies rolled me up or nothing from no Delano. So we gonna talk on facts. We're not gonna speak on nothing ahead or behind. We're gonna talk on facts. But I'm gonna get back into this commentating, and I'm gonna touch bases on everything he's speaking on.
I'm saying he was going to the pen. This dude was already in the pen, man. So he came down to the county jail. So this is why he said he couldn't wait to get back to the pen and going back up to the pen. So after about probably day 3, because he only lasted a couple of days in there with me.
That's a lie.
After about day 3, I believe. Day 3. Now I'm starting to feel some kind of way toward the nigga, man, because
hold on, buddy out of BJ say he only lasted a few days in there with me, as if it's dangerous business to be in a cell with the likes of Bunny Hunter BJ. Whether he's gonna work you out, bust down together, and bust down it has no homosexual implications. Bust down mean you get in there and you work out, you do burpees, you do Navy SEALs, so on and so forth. Hold on, let me read this comment from one of my G homies. The big homie Big Bogart said, that's real talk. Day 1, I'm proud of the way that you call a nigga on paperwork 128B chrono. That shows everything you have done in prison. Any real dude know what's a 128G chrono. Yes, indeed. Just throw that out there. That would shut the fake right down. With respect, Day 1, Bullseye Crip, the big homie Bogart. Hold on, we got another. Hey, listen, homie, Bogart is a legend throughout Watts. Especially, you know, with this East Side Crippin' and so on and so forth, man. I don't know if y'all familiar with the big homie Tony Bogart, which is his little brother, who was very, very instrumental in allowing the peace treaties of 1992 to be a success. Without the blessings of Tony Bogart, I don't give a fuck who they say, I don't give a fuck what name they bring up. Without the blessings of Tony Bogart, without the authorization of Tony Bogart, you would not have had the 1992 peace treaties between the PJs, Bunny Hunters, Gray Streets, Haciendas, Front Streets, and then it spread to South Central, went down there to the 50s with the Fatre Avalon Gangster Crip, shout out to Bull Capone. It went to the Pueblos, and then it started to spread out to Compton, and everybody was on one accord, man. You know, it lasted a cool amount of time. It lasted a longer amount of time in Watts because of the relationships that we had and the open lines of communications that was established, so on and so forth. But the big homie Bogart, man, his little brother is Tony Bogart, aka the Black Al Capone. But this dude is a very reputable guy and a very known dude throughout the city of Watts and you know, Los Angeles, so on and so forth, man. Let's read and say what the big homie say, man. He say, Day 1, with respect, you got all my support. Keep on pushing that real hard line. 180 yard B, Pelican Bay, CDC D85533. Hey, shout out to the big homie Bogart, man. I'm waiting on that documentary. Y'all go check out the Bogart shop. Y'all go check out his merch Y'all check out his content, man. This dude is a wealth of knowledge, homie. This dude ain't no just typical dude when it comes to PJ cripping and cripping up off that east side. You know what I mean? When they start cripping and doing what it is and doing what it was that they did and whatnot. My mama Jessa Lee, aka Pebble Stones, Big Bogart, the big homie, Anthony Baylock, and a couple of other individuals coming up out of the Imperial Courts really put on for that cripping. And it's a slew of others. Forgive me if I have neglected or forgotten your name and didn't mention it. Blame it on my mind and not my heart. But these individuals were real influential in pushing that crip line coming up out of the Imperial Courts housing projects, really putting on and allowing the PJs to be considered, weaptable crips. Because it was a lot of crip sets, homie, that they got absorbed into bigger crip sets. The Great Streets tried to do it to us when they became a bigger game. During the inception of the PJ Watch Crips, when they changed from being 4, 5, 6 in the pack, it was Jordan Down Crip. It was the Hickory Street Crips. But when they formulated Gray Street Watch Crip and took it to the Jordan Downs, which is a bigger housing projects, the housing projects that I'm from is about 500 units. The Jordan Down housing projects is 700 something units, and the Nickerson Garden housing projects is probably like 1,200 units, 1,300 units. The Nickerson Garden housing projects is the biggest government housing projects west of the Mississippi. But getting back to what I'm saying, a lot of smaller hoods and a lot of weak hoods and so on and so forth, they was absorbed or they converted to bigger gangs. The Gray Streets tried to convert us to being Gray Street Watch Crip, but the big homies wasn't going for it. The big homies held it down, and we still pushing PJ Watch Crip, we still rocking, and this is what it is. Just a little brief history fact, you know what I mean? Shout out to the big homie Bogart, man. Y'all check out the Tony Bogart Foundation, man. Y'all go check out the merch. Those sweaters that he got over there is fucking dope as a motherfucker, man. Go ahead and support the Tony Bogart Foundation. So without further ado, let me get back over here.
He's talking to me, but his war stories are the outside. This nigga talking that OnlyFans shit and porn shit. He talking about how he used to.
Hold on, pause. If my memory serves me right, and this transpired in 2012, I don't think OnlyFans was popping then. I think OnlyFans got cracking like 2018, 2019. We started seeing these former Instagram models and porn actresses and whatnot, getting tired of having to share the income that they were bringing in from likes, views, so on and so forth. So a platform was created to where they can deal directly to the consumers. They start selling, provocative photos and exclusive videos and so on and so forth. That's when I think OnlyFans popped up. I don't believe that OnlyFans was popping in 2012. So BJ, you slightly lose a little credibility. You should have just stuck upon porn. You should have just said porn, but it may be a mistake. Maybe he may be mistaken and he's just automatically associate porn with OnlyFans. But if BJ is associate porn with OnlyFans, then that means that he may be a dedicated and loyal consumer of the women who sell provocative videos and pictures on OnlyFans. Maybe that may be where he goes to get his rocks off. He go to OnlyFans and get a subscription and watch him do what they do as he play a little pocket pool. I don't know, and I'm not trying to be hilarious or I'm not trying to be disrespectful to OG BJ. I respect your gangster. Let's get back into the content.
Fuck these bitches up at some apartments over in Nipple on one night.
Okay, so let me clarify something. I stayed in the Nipple hood. See, like I said, his story, I understand his reason of telling his story the way he's telling his story, man, because he feels some kind of way. All right. Man, listen. Feels some kind of way.
Hold on.
All right. In the Nipple hood. See, like
I feel some kind of way toward the nigga, man, because this is why he said he couldn't wait to get back to the pen, going back up to the pen. So after about probably day 3, because he only lasted a couple of days in there with me.
That's a lie.
That's about day 3, I believe. Day 3. Now I'm starting to feel some kind of way toward the nigga, man, because he's talking to me, but his war stories are the outside. This nigga talking that OnlyFans shit and porn shit.
Hell no, cuz. Hey, this is my question to Popeye, man. I got to get in contact with Popeye. I want to see if there's any validity to in the cell with Buddy on the BJ and talking about porn. And if he was referencing porn and talking about porn, in what context of it was he talking about? Was he talking about like, yeah, blood on the streets, blood? I like to be in my room and watch porn, blood, or yeah, blood. When I be out there and I'm with my girl, my old lady, man, we just be watching porn. Like, did he was it like that, Bunny on the BJ, or was he or was he saying, man, when I get out, it's these females in Devil Lane Hood on 100 night, man, and I be fucking the shit out of these women, man, and I want to, you know what I mean, I want to start recording them and try to do something with it and see if I can sell those tapes. Was it in that capacity in context, or was it, you know, him just saying, man, yeah, blood, sometimes when I be driving down the street, I get this urge and I pull over wherever I'm at and I start watching porn, like, because then that'll be a problem. Like, you know what I mean? If my celly, we in the cell and we chilling and we telling war dogs and I'm talking about, man, you know what I mean, how I was out there getting money, how I got the Lexus on 22s with the 15s in the trunk, and how I got this little female out of the niggas in, and you know what I mean, when I'm over there chilling with her husband pop up and this nigga try to bang on me like I'm a sucker and I banged on him, man, I'm whoopty whoop and all this and all that, and how I bought the what was that other car? How I got the motherfucking the Pontiac Grand Prix, and the female cashed out and did this and did that, and I'm messing with her and I'm messing with this female over here, man, and I had a couple of zips, man, I didn't, you know what I mean, I used to walk around with this amount of money in my pocket, man, I used to toot that potty and all that. If I'm telling those type of stories and my cellmate is like, yeah, man, you know, when I be out there, man, I be liking to watch porn. Like, what? Nigga, this ain't even an environment to even be exchanging and talking about no shit like that. My niggas, you indirect. Then I'm not saying this towards Popeye. I'm saying that if I'm in a cell with a motherfucker and he continuously talk about porn, we gonna have a problem, my nigga. Why the fuck is you continuously talking about porn like you trying to test me or indirectly seduce a nigga? Nigga, I'm not about to be in it. Yeah, man, when I be out there on the street, man, I be watching pregnant porn. Yeah, man, I be watching porn with these white women. Man, I be watching Asian porn. What the fuck is going on? Hey, these niggas is crazy. Hey, let's get back into the content, man. Hey, I need answers. Pop, man, back in on your player partner, man. If you were talking about porn, why did it sell with Buddy out of BJ? In what context and how did that come off? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Was you saying like, yeah, man, I want to get out there and get into porn? You feel what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the content. This shit is crazy.
He talked about how he used to fuck with these bitches up in some apartments over in Devil Lane Hood on 100 night.
Okay, so let me clarify something. I stayed in the Devil Lane Hood. See, like I said,
you should have let him talk all the way through that one, man, because that shit was gonna be hilarious, man. I can already tell how he was building up. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
His story, I understand his reason of telling his story the way he's telling his story, man, because he feels some kind of way. All right, man, listen. BJ told me all about his brother Bun B, man. He should tell me stories about him in Hollywood, how he was Tupac extra. Bro, he told me a lot of stuff that I ain't even told y'all yet. I ain't even gonna do BJ like that. But if
now, see, now that's concerning to me. That's concerning to me. He's in Hollywood. He's older than Tupac, but he's a Tupac extra. And you have some additional information or some incriminating information on him that you're not going to share. What is that incriminating information that you have on him being out there in Hollywood and being a Tupac extra? Because, it sends my antennas up. Like, what is that information? And I know that my player partner Popeye is real savvy, and he's not going to come on here talk about no gangster SHIT that can get somebody incriminated or indicted. But what information do you have on this amazing brother Bunny Hunter BJ that's a Tupac extra and that's a frequent visitor of Hollywood? What information you have on him? Because now it's kind of concerning, because it seems like everything was going cool. He didn't trip. This is a documented Well, not documented, but yeah, documented. This is a documented gang member. This is a decorated veteran. This is an OG, venerated blood who sticks to the G code. So allegedly, Popeye coming in there and giving him the revelation that, hey, man, I got rolled up from these prisons. That's not an issue of concern. But the issue of concern is the continual or the continuous mentioning of pornographic material and porn or whatever it is. Porn seems to be the thing that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Not that a dude allegedly, not that a dude allegedly came into your cell that had been formerly rolled up from different prison yards, so on and so forth. And Popeye saying that he got something on you that he's not going to share. Right now, my mouth ain't mathing. But let's get back into the content. This is some tricky shit that's going on, man.
I'm gonna speak on everything that I know about.
See that?
But
hold on, pause.
Because I'm not.
No. You can't do that. What do you have that's not incriminating or can get somebody indicted? What do you have on Bunny Hunter BJ? What conversations was really going on in that cell? What revelations did Bunny Hunter BJ give to you? Because you got something on Bunny Hunter BJ for sure. Because you put emphasis on him being a Tupac extra, a Tupac stand-in, and being in Hollywood. And you're assertive with, yeah, because I can, but I ain't going to do that to him. Let's get back into the content.
Trying to beef with BJ. And you could get on here and say whatever you want to say, but people that know you know that I ain't lying. All right? Because you told me these things. I'm not telling something. I'm not going to do you like Munchie did me and tell you something that somebody told him. I'm gonna speak on what I know. Brother, I'm not against you, BJ. I didn't come on here to start nothing with you. I spoke a story. People clowned you behind it. Now you.
So Popeye is trying to parry. He's trying to avoid a negative interaction with BJ. But it seems like BJ, for some odd reason, is hell-bent on setting a record straight that doesn't need to be straight. It seems like he's hell-bent on proving his masculinity or trying to discredit or emasculate Popeye for some odd reason. And it goes back to something that's perplexing to me. Where does the gay accusations or allegations, where does the gay accusations or allegations come in at? Because even to this point, Popeye has not alluded to Bunny Hunter BJ being gay, being sweet, being fruity, or anything like that. So Bunny Hunter BJ, where does the gay allegations come in at? I'm not understanding. Let's get back into the content.
You're gonna get at me and try to make me seem like something I'm not, but we gonna get on this, right? So I did stay in the double lanes. I had stayed with keep it G. All right, we're gonna keep it G. I was staying between Imperial. I was staying on Imperial between Vermont and Menlo. My girl, I was living with her and her mama. My girl, Mama Taco from Bloodstone Village at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. Vermont and Menlo, that's not the double lanes. Between Vermont and Menlo, if I'm not mistaken, between Vermont, close to Imperial, between Vermont and Menlo, that's kind of like close over there by the 107 Hoovers. The Devon Lanes is across Vermont. I think the street is Barron Cross, Denver, so on and so forth. The Devon Lanes is across Vermont, coming back towards the east side, going towards the Broadways. But if it's in between Vermont and Menlo on Imperial, I think that's kind of like the blocks is up a little bit over there. The blocks or the UGs is up a little bit ways, up a little bit over there. Wait, Menlo, Vermont and Menlo. Maybe I got the streets wrong. Do I got the streets wrong? Nah, man, I'm almost for sure that Menlo is still going west. You got Vermont, and then as you continue to go west, you run into Menlo. So that's like that area where they had the 100 days, 100 nights at. For those of you who are not from Los Angeles or Los Angeles County, there was a time in the 2000s and 10s to where it was 100 days and 100 nights of consecutive and consistent gang-related shootings and homicides in that region for retaliation for a dude named KT, rest in peace, or KP, rest in peace, from one of the neighborhood rolling cars. He was unalive, and to retaliate, they went and did their things for 100 days and 100 nights. Their op said, okay, if you're going to do 100 days and 100 nights, we're going to do 100 days and 100 nights too. So it's just back. Yeah, KP, rest in peace to KP. It was just back-to-back unalivings and gang-related shootings. And if I'm not mistaken, that area right there is either the Bang Stars. The Bang Stars is over there. The Hoovers is over there. The Blocks is up the way. The UGs is up the way. I'm not for sure if that's Raymond Hood. Nah, that's not Raymond Hood. Raymond Hood is down Vermont more, going towards 120th and so on and so forth. But that's definitely not Devil Lane Hood. I just wanted to touch upon that. But let's get back into it. I think that's like 11 Deuce Hoover Hood, cuz. In between Vermont and Menlo on Imperial, that's like 11 Deuce Hoover Hood or the Bang Stars. But let's get into it.
B-Lo from Lanes used to come over. I know Tiny Fuse, that's the homie. Lonnie looked out for me when I was in the county and put some money on my books. My boy is Mousy B from Lanes. Who else should I? Baby S. I know Baby S. They put up over there. T Blank, Shady B. I could name a gang of different lanes that know I lived there by the Baby Jacks. Never said I stayed on 109. I stayed in the lanes. Yeah, my girl cousin is E-Mac, Big E-Mac from Lanes. All right? So I'm familiar with the different lanes. Ask any of them. From what they seen with me, from all they dealings with me, they can't, none of those dudes I named, from their dealings with me, can say that I did any buster stuff or have any smut on me. I don't gangbang no more. This ain't about gangbanging. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm having fun doing this, you guys. At the end of the day, you can't find no different lane. I even knew T-Man when I first hit the county. Ain't none of these.
This is what I would ask my brother. Is the risk worth the reward? Because my player partner Popeye, he says that this is for entertainment. This is for entertainment, educational purposes. He's just having fun. Banyana BJ ain't having fun. Banyana BJ ready to fight. Banyana BJ ready to pull up and get his squabble on. Banyana BJ ready to put that 1-2. Banyana BJ is irate. He's frustrated and he's ready to hurt somebody. So you got to be mindful on who you engage in the fashion that you engage, because my player partner Popeye, this may be fun and games to him, and it may be jocular, it may be hilarious. You know what I mean? You know how you go to the gate and you bark at the old aggressive dog and you roof and he roof. But if he get out of that gate, he can get a hold of your ass. It's gonna be a problem. And I'm not talking about Banyana BJ getting a hold of Popeye and giving Popeye problems. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying sometimes when we engage people and things, we may be having fun and maybe entertainment to us, but for them, it's rooted in violence. For them, it's rooted in action. We all done been kids and fucked with certain dogs on 113 in between Corocious and Garmin, cross street from Imperial Coast housing projects. It was this old dude that was rumored to be a Mason, and he had these 2 German Shepherds. And these German Shepherds, man, you walk by, you say something, or you spit, you can just spit on the ground and they going crazy. We used to fuck with them. But one day, one of those canines, those German Shepherds got out, and we told ass, we got on. That German Shepherd got hold of a Mexican man and damn near bit his ass off. So you got to be mindful of who you engage in, why you engage in them, and is it really is the risk worth the reward? Because Banyana BJ is ready to fight. I'm willing to bet $100 against $1 that if Banyana BJ encountered Popeye without mediation, some form of mediation going on, Banyana BJ is going to legitimately fight Popeye. That's my word. Now, who will win and who will lose? I'm not going into that. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content.
These dudes know me for doing any sucker stuff. You can't find them. that they see me do. Not somebody said I did. All right? And it's more people that I can name from lanes that I know because I stayed over there. So I stayed over there, not off 100 night. Let's get it right. I stayed, and her other brother, T. Blake from Villains. Villain Boo know me. He came through there trying to show me some stuff, and I was like, nah, he know what I'm talking about. I had something way bigger than what he had.
No, so you can't say that online, man.
Because I stayed on my, I stayed on my gas, stayed on top of my gas. But either way, here or there, I did stay in the lanes, bro, but I didn't stay where you said I stayed. And what else? I didn't get rolled up for no delay though. But let's get back to it.
Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet.
That's
Chipotle honey chip makes heat and sweet.
This is a second.
That's a couple of days in there with me, a few days. That's about day 3, I believe. Day 3. Now I'm starting to feel some kind of way toward the nigga, man, because he's talking to me, but his war stories are the outside. This nigga talking that OnlyFans shit and porn shit. He talking about how he used to fuck these bitches up at some apartments over there in Chime In on 109th, right there on 109th, 111, right there on the Imperial. And I used to fuck around with some bitches over there. So the young nigga kept talking that porn shit. Talking about when he get out, he gonna be a porn star. He gonna have OnlyFans page and be a porn star. This gotta be the thing that I remember distinctly. Hell no. And got on the nigga's head. Period. This is what got me on this nigga's head. So after that, I started getting irritated with the young nigga. Like he said, I started getting irritated with the young nigga. I'm on a nigga about certain shit. I'm on him about certain shit in the seal.
Let's get it right. Nigga, you
hold on, Popeye, pause. It seems like the breaking point, it seemed like what got BJ the most irritated and triggered is the fact that Popeye said, I'm going to get out of here and I am going to go be a porn star. Now, at some point, Popeye, I want to pose this question. At some point, did Bunny out of BJ want to manage you as a porn star? Or did he offer to sign you to a porn deal? And you said, no, I'm going to do this on my own. I can get me a camera. I can do this. I can do that. Did Bunny Hunter BJ say, oh man, I got some connections for you and I can connect you, YG. Man, I got some connections for you, blood. I can connect you, YG. All you got to do is just sign this contract. And when you get out there, man, I can help you with that, blood. And you like, no, blood, I'm bull. I got these females in Devil Hood, man, and I'm going to just do porn with them. Because I'm not understanding why Bunny Hunter BJ was so irate with you saying, hey, man, when I get out of here, I'll be fucking with bitches and shit. I'm going to be a porn star. Why was that the breaking point? And throughout the video, Bunny Hunter BJ put emphasis on the porn. Did Bunny Hunter BJ, now let's just say OnlyFans was cracking back then and we were just ignorant to it, right? Did Bunny Hunter BJ get upset because you wanted to be an independent porn star and have control of your distribution through OnlyFans? Did he offer you services? And when I say services, I'm talking about connections. Hey man, I know this guy up in Woodland Hill. I know this guy out in Van Nuys, and he records porn and does this and does that. I can hook you up with him. I can manage you, and all I'm gonna charge you is 25%. And you denied him, and he like, man, you know what? Fuck this nigga, blood. I don't even want this nigga in the cell with me no more, blood. This nigga that been rolled up out of prisons and all this shit, blood. This nigga farting in his sleep and shit, blood. I don't even want this thing in the cell with me no more, blood. So let me find a way to get this nigga out of the cell with me, blood. I'm not understanding what's going on, so please give me some clarity. Let's get back into the content.
Never got into no altercation with me or nothing. Nigga, you was irritating me, nigga. You kept slamming doors, being disrespectful, man. And I didn't want to fuck you up. Woo! Let's keep it real. And I know I got a lot of people on here that like me, that like my videos and stuff. And excuse me, but I didn't want to fuck you up.
You don't want to do what real. To him?
And I didn't want to fuck you up. Let's keep it real.
What was gonna be the consequences of his actions?
I didn't want to fuck you up. Let's keep it real. And I know I got a lot of people on here that like me.
What you was avoiding doing to him?
I didn't want to fuck you up.
Okay, I understand.
Let's keep it real. And I know I got a lot of people on here that like me, that like my videos and stuff. And excuse me, but I gotta speak on this.
Okay.
Man, listen. BJ couldn't. Man, listen. I did not want to put my hands on this old dude, man. For real. Nor did I want to catch another case. I was down there from the pen, and I didn't want to catch a
Pause. I will say this. I know Popeye. I've been in juvenile halls with him. I've been in the California Youth Authority with him. But I have to give BJ his credit. Bunny Hunter BJ don't mind fighting at the drop of a dime. Bunny Hunter BJ gonna squabble. And they say he squabble hard. They say he squabble long. They say that, man, this dude, they say he got a cooler squabble on him. So I think, man, if you had initiated that, I think that y'all would have had a real good squabble in that cell. I think it would have been a squabble that both of y'all would have remembered from one another for obvious reasons. But let's get back into the content. Bunny Hunter BJ don't mind fighting. And I think when he see my partner Popeye, it's gonna definitely be some fighting.
Another case doing something to this dude. All right. So anyway, he talking about he was irritated with me. Man, I barely wanted to talk to him. Cause dude was on some weirdo stuff.
Like what?
And let alone I seen that nipple piercing, bruh. Listen. All right.
I'm irritated. So, and if this is my way of building myself up, it's okay, yeah, you gotta go. Right.
First,
I told you. I just told you. Bunny Hunter BJ was like, yeah, man, I gotta try to find a way to get him out this cell, blood. You shouldn't have to build yourself up. You shouldn't have to wait for other things to transpire to say, hey, you gotta go. Once you start feeling a certain type of way or whatnot, it needs to be communicated so we can find an effective way to hopefully resolve this before I put my hands on you or put a knife in you, or you put your hands on me and put a knife in me, or whatever the case may be. The duality, it can go both ways. You feel what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to pump yourself up and look for minor reasons to give them the boot and say, hey, man, you got to go. But let's get back into the content.
First of all, you ain't got to build yourself up to get somebody out the cell.
That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, you had personal issues going on in your mind. You already had issues. I didn't want to be around you. I was mad that I even came and moved in the cell with you. That's why I was like, man, I'm finna bounce up out of here. Because you a weirdo, bro. The shit you was going through, the shit you really was saying, that I didn't want to put you out there.
Hold the hold the fuck on. You can't do that, man. You can't create content that leaves us all in a state of suspense. D-Lo from Bounty Hunters, what's the dinner there, man? Shout out to my player partner, man. Shout out to my champions from up out of them Nickersons. Popeye, you can't do that, man. You can't keep us in a state of suspense. And you saying, oh, it was conversations or with certain things that were said in the cell that I don't want to talk about. Like, no, fuck that. Bring that shit front and center. Because if it was something that you didn't want to talk about or shouldn't talk about, it should have not been mentioned. It should not have been insinuated. We want to know. Inquiring minds would like to know what really was going on inside of that cell. What was really the conversations? Because it seems like you're holding things back by evidence of you saying things that, well, I'm not going to say it. And it's clear that Bunny Hunter BJ is also holding things back and not speaking on certain things. What the fuck really went on in that cell? And I'm not implying nor insinuating or alluding to anything inappropriate in regards to sexuality or sex went on. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that from both parties, we're getting half truths. And inquiring minds would like to know what the fuck was going on. Let's get back to it.
Do you like that? Unless they want to pay me for it. I mean, since you want to go there.
Pause. What's the price? What's the ticket? Popeye, what is the ticket? How much do you need for the revelation of what really transpired in that cell in regards to dialogue, conversation, and things of that nature? What is your price? And if the price is a decent and reasonable price, I would like to come on here and interview you and we get to the bottom of it, man, to hopefully resolve this shit and just, put answers to where it's a plethora and abundance of questions.
And put me on the internet saying that you was irritated with me, bro. You had two cellies before me that you couldn't get along with. Something's wrong with you, bro. There's nothing wrong with me because I got time to do. I could do time with people unless you're just a nasty, nasty, nasty person. But you have mental issues going on, brother. You sitting up here upset at the fact that some woman didn't want nothing to do with you and locked you up, and some dudes you brought out here that you try to help with some entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He crossed you up. They was in cahoots. They got you out the way and try to take your money from you up under your nose. You had a problem with that, but you the same person that told me, man, we could do some business when we get on the street.
Wait, hold the.
You and I could meet. You could introduce
pause,
me to
pause,
and all this stuff, bro. You capping.
Pause. Never. We getting somewhere now. Because I just posed a question to my player partner Popeye. Did he try to manage your porn career? And he told you while y'all was in that cell that we could do some business when we get out. So was this nigga trying to be your porn manager, or what the fuck is going on, man? There's a whole lot of questions in this motherfucker, man. What kind of business, if it's addressable and it's not incriminating or criminal, what type of business were you guys expecting and projecting to do once both of y'all got on the streets? Because it's evidenced by your self-admission and Bunny on the BJ self-admission that y'all really ain't fancy each other. Y'all really ain't like each other. You didn't like his way of doing things, and he didn't like the conversation that you had. But yet, at some point in time of you all being in a cell with each other, y'all had mutually agreed that when y'all got out, y'all to do some business with each other. What business was y'all going to be doing with each other? Did he try to manage your porn career? This is interesting. We getting somewhere. We cooking, baby. We cooking.
Flex like that, but we gonna get into this some more.
See, I got a reason, man. He gotta go. He gotta get the fuck about here. I ain't know what to do, nephew. What's happening? So yeah. So anywho, now it got to the point where I'm irritated by it. So now we come out. We go out for our little rec time. This is the first time a nigga even seeing my body, period, because I stay covered up with my shirt on, t-shirt. So you know, in the county jail, niggas try to size you up. Niggas can tell I'm thick, I'm cut up. You just look at my shoulders and my back and tell a nigga train to work out. Nigga, just look at my body.
BJ was little than a motherfucker. He wasn't swole all like that. When I seen him in the county jail, he was an old man that was little, man.
Nigga, no, he get it in. You feel me? So bam, we go downstairs. Like he said, it was two Crip niggas from that where he said was in cell 1. The Crip niggas was running the module basically. That's why I got into it. Them niggas was on their head and really wanted to fuck with them niggas because they was running the module and they was the module captains and they couldn't politic and tell me shit. And I told them niggas that when I stepped in there, nigga, I'm from Body Hunters and nigga, I regulate my own program. Nigga, don't know niggas.
Oh shit, hold on.
You're him, the one they call the Boya.
The John Wick franchise.
Go down.
Hey, look, check it out, right? Once again, all right. Shout out to the hunters that I know. I was at Y with just because he brought it up, man. He's talking about body hunters. Hey man, shout out to the body hunters I know that I remember. I was there with Cheeto. I was at Y with Cheeto, Mandela, Murdoch,
Buki, Cricket,
and last but not least, Lil Will. You know what I'm saying? I know the hunters, man. I was in there with them, and that's my generation.
Lil Will, yeah.
But you know, I was in there with them some solid homies. You know what I'm saying, and so forth. But as far as them two dudes, they was from Four Corner Block, Long Beach. They were from Long Beach, Four Corner Block. It was a tall, skinny, dark-skinned dude with braids, and that was working out, and it was a little short, brown-skinned dude. And they man, BJ wasn't pressing them. Them dudes wasn't going for. They was active. I forgot their name. I don't even remember their names. I don't even know if they still alive. They was active. I don't know if they on a prison yard. But listen, he was not pressing that. He was banging on their wall because they was talking late night, laughing in there, and they loped up on our cell through the vent, cousin and everything. Bang,
never.
And I had to get on the vent,
homie. If y'all have been following Bunny Hunter BJ's body of work, Bunny Hunter BJ is very vocal in him being, at some point in time in his game banging career, a super enemigo, a super op of Crips. He tells a story about how he was in the county jail and some Crips had jumped him in. He doesn't really fancy or favor Crips, even to this day. He would tolerate them if it's about business. And I'm not saying that he's just the ultimate, you know, Crip unalive or anything like that, but he does still have certain biases towards Crips. So to hear that he got into it with some Crips and he didn't give those Crips the business that he have given Crips for decades, it's a head scratcher for me. So I don't know if it's any validity to this. I don't know if Popeye is telling Popeye don't really cross me as the type of dude that will fabricate to this degree. But let's get back into the content, because I promise you, everything that we have questions for, it is about to reveal itself. I promise you that.
To try to be the mediator, because this nigga wouldn't get up and holler at them. He put the rag back on his head talking about, I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, bro, you gonna get us in a wreck. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want, man, listen, man, bro, I got on the vent, hollered at them. They still wasn't feeling that shit. And so when the doors racked the next morning, I got outside and hollered at them niggas, and they were still tripping. They wanted to get out with me behind this nigga. Let's keep it real. And he wasn't trying to get out with him because he wasn't saying nothing to him. So they probably thought it was me the whole time. But anyway,
I want to pause it there. Just because Bunny Hunter BJ then tried to explain or resolve the problem that existed between him and those Crips for him banging on a wall and telling them to shut the fuck up, so on and so forth, I don't think that's necessarily a cover. I don't think that's necessarily a weakness. I think, you know, them old school cats, number one, Bunny Hunter BJ was testing you. Bunny Hunter BJ could have easily engaged those Crips or minimize any type of hostility from continuing to exist in that dorm. But he wanted to see how would you respond to that level of adversity. He was testing you. And just because he didn't say nothing, that don't mean that he was afraid. That don't mean that he was a buster. He probably was in a mind state like, blood, it ain't nothing to talk about. Let the doors be the bells. If it's a problem, nigga, bring that problem to me, and you know, we gonna dance. That could have been a mind state of Bunny Hunter BJ. You gotta understand, man, he come from that era to where a lot of those OGs was playing mind games, especially in the presence of their younger homies. A lot of mind games, a lot of manipulation tactics, and so on and so forth, to where they had to all come together and agree that certain manipulation tactics should not be utilized against the young homies that was just coming into the prison system and so on and so forth, and into the county jail and all this and all that. But let's get back into the content.
It's his story. I'm gonna let him tell it, and I'm gonna commentate.
Hi.
And I keep on doing this shit.
Nigga, that ain't you doing that. You gotta get that shit that I gotta get. You gotta pay to get that shit out of there.
Size you up. Niggas can tell I'm thick. I'm cut up. You can just look at my shoulders and my back. Tell a nigga train to work out. Nigga just look at my body figure. No, oh, G, get in. You feel me? So bam, we go downstairs. Like he said, it was two Crip niggas from that where he said was the silver Crip niggas running the module basically. That's why I got into it. Them niggas was on their head and really wanted to funk with them niggas because they was running the module and they was the module captains.
See, hold on, pause. Remember, I just told y'all that Bunny Hunter BJ is slightly biased against Crips. So he had a problem with these two Crips, not just he had a problem with these Crips because they was Crips and they were the pod bosses. They were the Mac reps in the Twin Towers. He had a problem with that because he couldn't see himself under the supervision or under the leadership or under the I don't want to say care, but under the not necessarily authority, because just because you may be a pod boss or you may be a Mac rep, that don't mean that you call shots. That means that you communicate with the police when there's an issue. And depending on the severity of the issue, you may be the go-between between us and the Hispanics, or the white boys really ain't a force in the LA County jail. So you may be the go-between between us and the Hispanics before some kick off, depending on the severity of it. Because there's situations to where if it can't be avoided or is that the tension is that thick, you need reputable niggas to go over there and to holler at them, and not just the mediators, right? Not just the MAC reps and the mediators. You need actual individuals who have the experience, who have the heart, and who have the ability to make the best decision for everybody that's in a pod that's black. Y'all get what I'm saying, but let's get back into the content.
And I told them that when I stepped in there, nigga, I'm from Body Hunters, and nigga, I regulate my own program. Nigga, no nigga here tell me nothing. I addressed the whole day.
Papa, did he say that?
No floors, none of that shit. I ain't doing none of this clean up shit, nigga. I take care of my own cell, niggas. I set up my own table when I ate. The phone I used, niggas made sure I had a phone, nigga, when I came out. Period. Cause I snatched the whole phone off that motherfucking wall, nigga. That's how frustrated I was. I gotta get on this phone. I still got my company out there to run. I still got my office,
So he talking about he a convict and he know how to do time. Look at his face right there. Y'all look at that face. Look at that eye and look at that face. Do that look like a face of somebody who know how to do time? Listen, the way he explained how he was doing time on a 4-yard, he would have got bucked. For real. Listen, that's not the way convicts do time. He's hollering, I know how to do time. But he's showing y'all that everything I told y'all was right. That he's crazy. That he can't do time. That he'll snatch phones off the wall. He got to sit by himself. He turned up this and that. That's not how convicts do time. The nigga was out of control, bro. And it took a lot for me not to risk the rest of my motherfucking time to smash OG.
Pause. Popeyes my nigga. I don't want to be publicly disagreeing with him because he's my partner, but for any of you that have been, well, I don't know, maybe I can be wrong. And I never been in a penitentiary and came down for any reasons, but I don't know if that documentation follows you back to the pen to where if you're on transpac to the county jail and you get in a fight with somebody, I don't know if that affects your point systems, your points in the California Department of Correction or not. So I'm not gonna even attempt to rectify or challenge that. Let's get back into the content. We almost done.
I wasn't tripping like that with OG. I understood OG had issue because he made that clear. Man, I'm stressed out. I'm going through things. He needed space, bro. He didn't need an ass whooping. He was not a threat to nobody. I know the difference when somebody lashing out and they doing things because of their own. They need attention and they got own reasons and they frustrated and it's no harm towards you versus when somebody's trying to be harm towards you. I'm not watering the situation down. What OG did was enough for me to remove myself.
Okay, that's good.
OG ain't never made me get out of cell or nothing. But we gonna go ahead on and let him commentate. Just take a photographic memory of that face right there. That's a face only a mother could love.
Bunny on the beach ain't gonna like that, my nigga.
Bud, I gotta handle my business, so I get on the phone, be on that motherfucker for hours. So we came out, I peeled. And yeah, let me just say this first and foremost, nigga, I done modeled. I done been in Europe, I modeled. Coming in the game, man, when I stepped in the game and acting and producing and getting into this industry, I modeled. I come out of YA, nigga, with my nipples peers. A whole lot of gangbangers and gangsters in our era had their nipple peers. You know what, nigga? That was a sex appeal to the women. They love that shit. Buff niggas all swole, looking good, and big old chests and your nipple peers. Man, bitches love it.
I don't know where area you come from, BJ, but I got some G homies that don't got their nipples pierced. I
come out of YA, nigga. Bud, I gotta handle my business, so I get on the phone, be on that motherfucker for hours. So we came out, I peeled. And yeah, let me just say this first and foremost, nigga, I done modeled. I done been in Europe, I modeled. Coming in the game, man, when I stepped in the game and acting, producing and getting into this industry, I modeled. I come out of YA, nigga, with my nipples pierced.
I've been away. But I mean, like, you know, I did a little time in YA, but I ain't never said, man, you know what? I'm feeling kind of motherfucking sexy today, cuz. Let me get hey, my nigga, you pierce my nipples for me, cuz. Then I'm about to go home and get all the, I don't want to, you know, say the P word. My daughter's in here, you know what I mean? I try to, you know, try to keep it PG-13 as much as I can, you know what I mean? I don't want to expose her to certain verbiage and all that. And, you know what I mean? I try to be an outstanding and a positive role model in the life of my daughter. But like, I've been away, man, and me and my partners and the dudes that I was in there with, it ain't never crossed our mind to yeah, and what the, huh? So this is my question. Did you pierce your own nipples or did somebody else pierce your nipples for you and why? How did that go? Like, like what? Damn, that's crazy. So many questions. Like, how do you know that the females like big buff guys with pierced nipples unless you had seen somebody do that? Like, how did you know that? You was in YA. You hadn't been released to the streets yet. How did you know that getting swole, getting buff, getting jacked, and then piercing your nipples was an aphrodisiac for the women? That never crossed my mind, cuz. That never crossed my mind to pierce my nipples when I was in the California Youth Authority. Maybe hit a few push-ups, do some crunches, do some burpees, grow my hair out, read a whole lot of books, build my vocabulary. That crossed my mind. You know, read some Donald Goin books, read some Iceberg Slim books. I came out there, man, and the way that I was articulating, homie, it was reminiscent of something like a certified bona fide motherfucking pimp, but really certified Mac. Yes, I did do that, but I never came to the conclusion, you know what, cuz? Yeah, I'm about to get out there, cuz. But before I get out there, I want to get my belly button pierced, cuz. Oh, you know what, cuz? I'm gonna get my nipples pierced. And when I get out there, man, I'm gonna get 2 crosses. I'm gonna go to Spencer's and I'm gonna get these 2 long crosses. Remember how the Crips used to wear those long earrings, homie? Yeah, the rope earrings. I'm gonna get that, but at the bottom of it, homie, it's gonna be 2 crosses. Imagine when I walk, the motherfucking crosses gonna be, you know what I mean, shaking on my nipples, man. And the bitch is gonna be, man, they ain't gonna, man, I'm gonna be irresistible to them hoes, man. When I get my nipples pierced and I get those motherfucking dangling crosses at the tip of my nips. What? This is I gotta end this, man. I gotta end this. This is too much for my innocent mom, man. Hold
A
on.
whole lot of gangbangers and gangsters in our era had a nipple pierced.
Okay, pause. And I must
You know
say
what?
this. I must say this. And this isn't aimed at Bunny Hunter BJ, but I know if somebody, and I guarantee somebody gonna send him this video and make it seem like I'm trying to humiliate him or disrespect him, and I'm not trying to do that. That's not my objective, right? But in that era, in that generation, it was a lot of guys that was doing a lot of inappropriate things to a lot of people. Because in that era, it was a lot of guys who were being actually violated, put an S in front of it. It was a lot of guys that was being actually violated by the youth officers in the juvenile halls and other youth correctional institutions and whatnot. So it was a lot of things that was going on around that time that wasn't, I don't, let's just get into it, man. Just because other people is doing it, that don't mean you got to do it.
A whole lot of gangbangers and gangsters in our era had a nipple pierced. You know what, nigga? That was a sex appeal to the women. They love that shit.
I swear, I feel like calling one of my OGs and say, "Hey, man, I was thinking, did you want to go down here to this tattoo shop with me and get your nipples pierced and I'll pay for it?" My daddy's a, no, I wouldn't even play with my daddy like that, cuz. But I got some big homies, man, that I want to call and I want to say that to them, man. I guarantee you, homie, they gonna flash the fuck out, homie. Man, hold on, let me call my daughter and get her phone. Hold on. We gotta test this theory. Hold on. Please answer the phone. Please answer the phone. Please, God, let him answer the phone. If he don't never answer the phone again, let him answer the phone now. Please answer the phone, cuz. Come on, answer the phone, cuz.
Please leave your message for.
We're going to try one more time. One more time. Please answer the phone. Please, God, let this man answer the phone. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you know I love you, right?
Yeah,
Was you asleep?
yeah, how you know?
Oh, I got a quick question, man. I'm about to come to California, and I wanted to know, did you want to go to the tattoo shop with me, and I pay for you to get your nipples pierced?
Hell no, nigga.
What's wrong with that?
You don't pierce my damn nipple, nigga. I ain't really get no damn titty.
All right, cuz I'll talk to you later. I love you. Oh no, cuz. Hey, did y'all... This nigga crazy as a motherfucker, cuz. That nigga's... Hey, let me get off this thing, man. Y'all stay up, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man. God bless y'all, man. I've been on here politicking and chilling and tripping with y'all, man. I gotta go, man. I gotta make my daughter some dinner, cuz. Y'all still be blessed. This nigga crazy. Hold on, cuz. Let's try one more person, cuz. Let's just try one more person. Let's just try one more person. Auntie, what's Big Pimpin' number? Auntie, do you got Big Pimpin' number? Hold on. Let's just try one more person, cuz. Just one more. Just one more. Let's cuz you know something ain't right about that picture, man. Hold on. Let me see, man. Please let this man answer the phone. Damn. Let me see. Man, Auntie, do you got Big Pimpin' number? Let's see something. Hold on. Come on. Don't let me down. Don't fucking fail me now. Thank you. I got somebody. Y'all bear with me. Because, man, it's so many things, man. It got me. I'm just trying to. I feel you, cuzzo. I feel you. I just want to let the brothers know, man, that ain't no typical practices by certain males, especially coming from the streets and the housing projects of Watts, baby. Let me get this number, man. This is, yeah. We about to get into this right here. We about to get into this. Let me see. Hold on. But how y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all all right out there, man? I love y'all, man. On the Renegades, I appreciate y'all rocking out with your player partner, man, and devoting this time, to viewing my content and just cooling with your partner, man. Hold on, I'm waiting on his number, y'all. I'm waiting on his number. I'm waiting on his number. Man, you know why I'm waiting on his number, man? I want to send a major shout out to my little cousin Malik Knows, man. My little cousin just got signed by the San Francisco 49ers, man. And what the amazing thing behind that is, man, is rest in peace to my cousin, his mother, man. She was a big San Francisco 49ers fan. And my cousin Lil Mo, her brother, he was a big San Francisco 49ers fan back in the days with what's the dude named Steve Young and you know what I mean, and all that. Okay, here we go right here. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this number. see. All right, here we go, y'all. Appreciate that, Auntie. I appreciate that, Frank Nitty. Please answer the phone. Hey, what's up, Kim folks? How you doing, baby?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't play. I don't do no good.
Man, I love it. Were you at the casino?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I got some badass bitches I'm trying to come down there and introduce you to. But listen, man, when I come down there, I'm trying to go to the tattoo shop, and I'm saying if you want to go with me, and I'll pay for you to get your nipples pierced. Hey, no, I'm just fucking with you. I'll talk to you later. Love you, cuz. Go. Hey, that's all I'm saying, man. Like, come on, cuz. Hey, with that being said, man, I'm about to get up off this thing, man. Y'all stay up and be blessed, man. Shout out to brother Popeye, that's my player partner. Shout out to Bunny on the BJ, that's an OG from my section, who was also influential in the establishing of the 1992 P Street. So let's not discredit BJ. BJ is a household name in the Watch community, man. He has contributed a lot to the community, but we say the city of Watts, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I think I'm going to cover the story of Popeye versus ODM Slim. Now, you know, ODM Slim's a real funny cat, man, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful or disparaging way. See, when you have an interaction with my partner from Body Hunters, man, my champion player partner, man. When you have a disagreement with ODM Slim, you got to understand that he's going to use his wit, and he's going to use his he's just naturally witty and funny. Like, you feel me? He gonna use that, you know what I mean? So we gonna see how this play out between Popeye and ODM Slim. Y'all stay up, be blessed. It's all love. Man, I wish I had my phone because I had some other OGs that I wanted to call too, man. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all step and be blessed, man. I love y'all. Too black, too strong. We all we need. We all we got. I'm gonna double back on this topic of our BGCs East Side of Watts. And when I come back and I address the topic on whether or not BGCs are East Side or West Side, I'm gonna also bring up the Mono Parks and the Carver Parks. Do you feel like they're Compton, or are they LA, or are they Watts? Y'all step and be blessed, man. It's your player upon man. Step and, you know, God bless y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Let's live in peace before we be forced to rest in it. And with that, I'm gone.